So this is something I like to do occasionally. Internet tag or whatever the fuck you call it. Like basically people ask a lot of questions, you give your answers, and then you pass it around. So if anybody else wants to do this and you're mind-numbingly bored like I am at this very moment, feel free. I fucking need a haircut so bad. This gets on my fucking nerves. A little tangent for a second. Watch this, watch this. Whenever the wind blows, I look like a fucking looks like a fucking toupee. It's windy as fuck out today. All of it. Imagine that shit blowing. I swear to God, it just stands on up and then it falls right back over. I'm not a teenager and I can't keep doing this shit. All right. See? I did it again. Anyway, my buddy, my co-host, my albatross, Hey Internet Eric here, we do have a lot of the same things in common, which is really fucking scary. You know, we both love horror movies, although I swear to God, with Eric, don't say anything. He's not watching this. I don't think he is. If you made a movie, Friday the 13th part 24, and you put a plate of shit right under the camera, and then you just marched a Jason mask past it, he would praise it. I guarantee you, he likes the shittiest fucking movies, in my opinion, but whatever. So, this is something, look, I'm going to have him in the comments post the actual questions below, because I write like a schizophrenic. So this is the writing of a serial killer. I can barely read what I wrote, because I had to copy it off, because I don't have a computer, and life is fun. So I'm going to give my answers, and I like to do these just off the top of my head, because that's when I'm the best, because if I start to think, there's nothing there, and nothing comes, and, you know, it's just me sitting here drooling, so whatever. So here are the questions, and again, pass it on if you want to do it. Make a response video on your own channel. It's called Hey Internet Horror here. Tag. So tag somebody else. Monkey, wake the fuck up. By the way, he's being a pain in the ass lately. Email me, Monkey. I have to yell at you about, you know what. Try to get somebody to watch a porn they don't want to watch, and they give you shit. It's like, what the fuck? Come on. All right, so here it goes. Hey Internet Horror here. Here's the question. So number one, scariest slasher character. So right off the top of my head, the one I always think of, and I don't find him scary now, is Pinhead. And I'm going to tell you why. I had no idea what that movie was about. I was like 12, 11 years old when that came out. My friend, you know, you had the bad friend who rented all the R-rated horror movies, and his parents let him watch porn and shit like that. But my mom was like really uptight and like, oh, you have to be good and not hurt people. And why are you stabbing neighbors' cats? It's like, oh, well, you know, I'm supposed to be a good kid all of a sudden. So I'd always go over to his house, you know, watch like any random shit. I'd watch like Freddy, all that shit over there. I watched this movie, and it's one of those where I didn't want my mom to leave me, even though she had to go to like work or do something. I was petrified. I saw this weird S&M gay fucking horror slasher fantasy. The guy comes out with a pins in his head. There's some bitch with a fucking thing in her throat. There's some guy with, he's fat and he's like, there's the teeth chattering guy. They're putting people's faces together on the floor. I mentally checked out halfway through that movie. But you can't be a pussy because you're with your friend. You're like, ah, this is cool. I want to go. It scared the fuck out of me. So I'd say he was the scariest villain because he wasn't making one-liners. He was like, I'm going to take you straight to hell. Kirsty, come here. Let's put your face back together. So that one, Hellraiser for me. Pinhead, not so much now, but just off the top of the head, that was one I remember. Holy fucking shit, scared the shit out of me. Number two, what is the worst sequel in a franchise? There are so fucking many. There are so many. I'm going to go with a franchise I love, which was debate between Friday the 13th franchise and Elm Street. I love the Elm Street franchise. It got really creative and really stupid, but I have to say, to me, the absolute fucking worst was Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. They let some bitch direct this film. I'm not saying a woman can't direct. I mean, Mary Lambert did Pet Sematary and all that, did a great job. I don't know what's with this chick. And she worked on other Nightmare on Elm Streets. This was like Bugs Bunny. Like, you know, I remember some character falling out of the sky. Freddy's like, oh, I'm going to do something about this. And like pushes a big like spike thing. And the guy falls. He dresses up as a Wicked Witch of the West. And I'm 14, 13 at the time thinking, what the fuck? The only thing that redeemed that movie was being a teenager and getting to see like the last 20 minutes in 3D. In the theater, that was kind of trippy. That was trippy, but the rest was fucking garbage. I'd buy that movie to wipe my ass with it. So Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, worst sequel in that franchise. Oh, by the way, that question, Eric will clarify underneath, but the franchise has to consist of more than 4 films for it to be considered a franchise. So it's got to be like a Friday the 13th, Saw, that kind of thing, whatever. All right, number 3, a horror movie you wish more people talked about. Horror movie I wish more people talked about. I can't really think. If I just had to say, and I think enough people do talk about it, but didn't before, was Black Christmas. Because, like I said, when I first saw that film, I was like 20 years old. I had no idea what it was about. I'd never heard of this for it being like some kind of classic. I watched it late at night, maybe a little drunk. Okay, I was fucked up drunk. And I saw those fucking prank calls where it's like, Billy, Billy, when have you done with the baby? You dirty little cunt, I'm gonna get you, Billy, stick it in. And I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? It was the scariest shit I'd seen. Those first like 10 minutes fucked me up. I was just like, I was outside with a cigarette after. Don't answer the phone. Nobody. I just don't. Somebody starts making, he's making pig noises and shit. Wait. That was one I guess I wish more people talked about. Seems to be getting recognition now, but it's the original from 1974. All the others are garbage, contrary to what Eric will tell you. All right. Horror remake you prefer over the original? Easy. Dawn of the Dead. I never got the whole George Romero masturbation fantasy club who loves him so much. I think he lucked out with Night of the Living Dead. After that, it was Day of the Dead, Afternoon of the Dead, Nighttime, kind of sort of the Dead, Dusk of the Dead, and it was all just really bad films as far as I could really like. Dawn of the Dead, the original was crap. Those zombies were like purple. They had the worst. They had like makeup from like Walgreens or like some fucking dime store Halloween shit. I'm sitting like, this is crap. This is the guy who did this fucking groundbreaking film. Somebody else wrote that motherfucker. He took the credit for it. I don't know. But yeah, I went to go see the remake begrudgingly because my brother wanted to see it. I'm like, okay, fine. And that was awesome. I loved it. The first fucking 10 minutes of that was, batshit crazy, and I'm down for anything batshit crazy, as clearly you can tell. All right, so be Dawn of the Dead for that one. A horror remake I preferred over the original. Horror film, number 5. Horror film that didn't live up to the hype. Horror film that didn't live up to the hype. God, there's so fucking many. Blair Witch Project. Easy. Blair Witch Project. It's one of those films where I saw it before anybody else really saw it. Like, it played in 2 cities before it went, like, about a month before it went, like, nationwide anywhere. It played in Chicago, New York, maybe LA. There was, like, 3 screenings, and they were lined up. I'm telling you, it was sold the fuck out. One of my friends actually dipped out because she didn't want to wait. Me and my brother bought the tickets for her, like, 5 hours later, just chilled in that area. Went out, got something to eat and all that. She's like, nah, I'm going to go home. I'm good. I wish I'd followed her at that point. And on the way down, we're talking to everybody coming out. Like, was it scary? Don't tell us anything. Was it scary? Oh, it's fucked up. Dude, it's so scary. I'm thinking I'm going in there to see something good. The end, the bitch is screaming. She won't stop. And some guy's pissing in a corner, I think. And then she falls down. What the fuck is this? I know it's supposed to be your imagination and all that shit, but throw something at them. I don't know. Make a scary ghost costume and go, some shit. I was like, what in the fuck? Even now, I'm like, okay, maybe it's more cerebral. I'll go back now and watch it. No, it sucks. It's fucking unimaginative. The idea was great. Put them out there not knowing what's coming, but you fucked it up. You fucked it up big time. So, Blair Witch Project. Okay, 7. Favorite horror book not by Stephen King. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, it's a good one. I discovered it by accident. I think his name is Nick Cutter. Read it. It's disgusting and it's fucking frightening. It's called The Troop. These Boy Scouts go on an island. That's all the fuck you need to know about this. Shit goes horribly wrong. Shit is bad. And shit, just trust me on this one. Read The Troop. It's fucking great. That's all I got to say about it. Okay. Favorite film. What? See, I can't. Oh, favorite fire stunt in a movie. Easy. Dog pissing fire. Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Can't top that. A dog peeing fire to wake Freddy up. Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Dog pissing fire. All right, 9. Horror movie only you seem to enjoy. Only I seem to enjoy. Can I pass? I don't know. A horror film only I seem to enjoy. I really can't think of one. I can't think of one only I seem to enjoy. Like, I don't think I like anything that everybody's like, what the fuck? Why do you watch that film? Like, I'd have to say none so far. I just can't think of any. So, sorry. Number, is this 10? 10 or 11? Horror film you didn't expect to enjoy but ended up really liking. I didn't expect to enjoy, but it ended up really liking. I'm trying if I can think about that one. I'm gonna go with You're Next. Like, I didn't think I would like it. I'm sorry, no, I take that back. The Descent. The Descent. I wasn't sure I would like it because I'm not in like action movies, and I know the chicks were rock climbing and all that, and I thought it was going to be more like they get stuck and that's about it. And they're fighting amongst each other, so I didn't think it'd be that great. I was completely wrong. That movie was brilliant. I loved it. So The Descent would be the one that I enjoy. I don't know if other people dislike it though. I just don't hear it mentioned a lot. So, all right. I think this is the last one. Most memorable horror ending. Okay, while not my favorite film, what comes to mind is the ending. You know what? I got two. It's tied. Some people don't consider this a horror film. Fuck you if you don't. Requiem for a Fucking Dream. That is the movie that fucked me up so bad. And I read the book before I saw it. I knew it was coming. My brother had no idea. He was younger at the time, like a kid. I took him to see that. My brother walked, and this is a true story, walked out of the theater, and I thought he was just spacing and not talking to me. He walked in like a different theater. The usher lady had said, sir, you can't go, you have to go out this way. I tapped my brother to say, what? Is something wrong with you? What's going on? He literally broke down in tears and sobs. And he was in shock. I realized that my brother was in shock from that movie. And while I think I would have been a little bit more too had I not known what was coming, but totally motherfuck. That ending, Ellen Burstyn, Jesus Christ. I still can't watch that movie because I don't feel like slitting my wrist. Oh my God. Somebody else wanted to see it, another friend of mine. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm like, best friend. He's like a gangbanger type of motherfucker. He was. And we go in there. He wanted to see, Jennifer Connelly naked. Yeah, I want to go see it. So he goes to see it, see her at the top, and see her naked. Oh, she's taking a double dildo. This is cool. By the end of the movie, he didn't want to say anything. Again, it was one of those make people quiet. Like, he wasn't really saying much. Like, it's fucked up. He kept saying that hours later. We'd be someplace. It's just fucked up. It's fucked up. Why'd you take me to see that movie, yo? You fucking asked me to see. So I would have to say, most memorable horror ending was the entire last 10 minutes of Requiem for a Dream. Close second to that, though, would be the screen adaptation of The Mist. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but that was a shocker. That was like, holy motherfuck. They done fucked up. That's all I'm going to say. So, hope you enjoyed my answers. Hope it made some kind of sense to you. And again, Eric, comments, you're a millennial. Got to do the millennial shit. I'm Gen X. I don't do shit. We're lazy and we wear flannel and listen to Nirvana. But put the actual questions in there so other people can answer it. And I encourage you to do it. It's fun to do. And I might, being tempted to come up with my own JVTV tag. But I don't think half of you will dare to answer the questions. Will you? Are you brave enough? Let me know in the comments.